Hey everybody, Christopher Green. You're watching Green Wave TV, alternative media television. Just a little quick clip tonight. Something I forgot to mention when I was shooting my last video on the new N-word is liberty in America. That's the new N-word. Did any of you notice Hillary Clinton was wearing the color green during her testimony on Benghazi? Again, I'm not sure if any of you picked up on this. I'm sure a lot of you actually probably did, but nothing happens on accident in politics. Why was she wearing green? Why? Well, for those of you that, understand the unconscious mind, you'll know that the color green is very much a color of innocence. It's a color that, hey, I'm going to work with you. I'm truthful. It's kind of like a scarlet letter. I've got nothing to hide. It's also earthy. It's a part of the planet. It's a helpful color. And again, nothing happens on accident in politics. For example, why didn't Hillary Clinton wear the color red? Why wasn't she in bright orange at the hearing? And just very interesting because, again, these are conscious choices being made by the leadership, by these people in power, and most of the masses just kind of skip by it. They don't really get it. In fact, if you watch the testimony, what was amazing about it is you have people like Senator McCain supposedly grilling, our senator here in Arizona, supposedly grilling Hillary Clinton on Benghazi when he was in on it himself. He's in on it. And it was just amazing, too, how she was very defensive. She was very emotional. I didn't think she was on her A game at all. She was very combative. And, of course, she did buy her time. She bought herself several weeks so that they could get their game plan together, make sure there weren't any hiccups. It's kind of like, well, it is, post a murder. Get your story straight, get your facts straight. And that's exactly what Hillary Clinton did. That's exactly what the Obama administration did. And the American people, honestly, they believe this stuff. They believe what Hillary had to say. They think President Obama has their best interests at heart. And it's just amazing to me. It's just something I picked up on the other day, not just the other day, but just in general, just the deep hatred in this country right now and the deep division and just the noticeable racism in general. I'm seeing a lot more. In fact, Adam Kokesh did an interview I was watching briefly the other night. I caught a couple of minutes of it, and he was interviewing a lady who happened to be African American, and she was like telling him, like, get over it. Get over it, Adam, get over it. President Barack Obama, he's got another 4 years, and you could just tell the way that she was saying it. It was very much a vindictive, racist, position to have, almost like it's, now it's their time now, now you suffer, like two wrongs somehow make a right. And that's why I very much think that liberty in America today is the new N-word. It's the new N-word. And this is very much the civil rights movement in the modern era. In a lot of ways, things just don't change. History is very cyclical in nature, and it repeats itself. And now we are struggling for the very little freedom that we still have left. And one of the freedoms we still have, but I don't think we'll have for much longer, is our right to bear arms, is our right to defend ourselves. And why is that? Why does President Barack Obama and why does this government want our guns? I'll tell you why. Because it is the line in the sand, and it is our last hope. And the only way that we can defend ourselves, it is the last thing that we have at our disposal to protect ourselves from tyranny and to protect ourselves from an authoritative, oppressive government. And inch by inch, they start with AK-47s, they start with 10 rounds or more, they start with certain types of guns, handguns they're targeting, and it keeps working its way down the line. And the question is, what happens when we have the next Sandy Hook? In a lot of ways, in a lot of respect, I'm not necessarily worried about the first Sandy Hook. What about the next one? What about the next terrorist attack? What about the next Oklahoma Timothy McVeigh bombing? Whether or not that is CIA propagated or it's a legitimate terrorist act. What happens when we have the next September 11th and on and on? See, this is about full confiscation of guns, full confiscation of weapons, and a total takeover of America as we know it, and an eradication of the Second Amendment, and a total raping of your ability and America's right to bear arms, to protect ourselves, and to form well-regulated militias with the same type of weaponry that our government possesses. These are all extremely important things for all of us to think about. I'm Christopher Green. You've been watching Green Wave TV, alternative media television, and I just delivered the Daily Wave. Hard-hitting and in your face.
No, people need to deal with that. You know, they can't get over it.
Well, are you an Obama supporter?
Yes, I am.
May I ask why?
We support him
Because I think that he's the president for all the people. He's not racist like the person he ran against.
Well, what if he's not the president for me? I don't support drone strikes that kill children overseas.
Good for you, sir.
So I just have to deal with it?
You're going to deal with it for the next 4 years.
Hey everybody, I'm Christopher Green. You're watching Green Wave TV, alternative media television. I keep hearing from the corporate whore liberal media. I'm also hearing this from our politicians. In fact, when Joe Biden spoke today, he said that America has changed, that the world has